Hello, rock and roll fans. How are you doing? It's Phil here from Full Record Jacket with Phil and Ben, and it is one of my solo videos. And I have to say, fully approved by Ben. He has been encouraging me to make these monologues. Yeah, I mean, he always has had quite questionable taste, but he says that he enjoys watching these. So I have to do them. So sorry about that. You are going to have a few minutes with just me and no wacky interjections from Ben. And I'm doing a little series at the moment about not albums and not singles, but music DVDs or Blu-rays. Do you remember DVDs? Some of us actually remember VHS, and when they used to put out longer, VHS releases, whether it was concerts or lots of an artist's videos put together on a long compilation. They used to call them the long form music video. And I guess that the DVD sort of took over from the VHS. I must admit, I've got rid of a lot of my VHS music because I don't have anything to play it on anymore, and they weren't really worth anything. So, but I did retain my DVD collection. I do sometimes watch my music DVDs, even though some of these things are now on YouTube. But some of them are in good quality on these discs, so they're worth keeping. And on this particular one, we are going to, without any further ado, let's look at what we're looking at here. This is The Kids Are All Right, which is not a concert. It's a documentary. It is The Who. And, well, what a film this is. Now, even if you're more of a Stones fan, or if you're more of a Zeppelin fan, whoever your favourite British rock and roll band is, we can't deny that The Who are certainly one of the greatest bands of all time. And this film, I think, is a great way to get into The Who if you've not really paid them much attention, or you want to delve a bit deeper. I'll just take this apart. Actually, this is quite a nice box. This is it comes in you get a case here. Look, there they are, and on the other side there's the latter day version of the band. And this documentary came about in most bizarre way. Really, there's a guy who's credited as the director of this. Although a lot of this is archive footage, but he did direct parts of it. Jeff Stein is the director of this video, or film as it was at the time. It was made in the 70s, and it's quite poignant in a way because it came out right after the death of Keith Moon. In fact, Keith Moon died while this was in post-production, so it kind of became a bit of a tribute to him as well. But it all came about in the early 70s when this guy, Jeff Stein, who was, at the time, he was 17 years old. He was a massive fan of The Who. He's an American Who fan. And he wanted to make a documentary about The Who. In fact, he wanted to find a way to preserve all of their TV appearances and concert clips, etc. And he apparently approached Pete Townsend with this idea. And Pete Townsend was a bit resistant to the idea at first and wasn't really up for it. And then a little while later, I think someone in his management team sort of persuaded him to be a bit more open to this idea. And so they commissioned Jeff Stein to do something. And he put together, I think it was about a 20-minute reel of TV appearances of The Who from the 60s onwards. And this was in the mid-70s when they commissioned him to do this. And apparently The Who, the members of the band, and then their wives as well, came along to a little private screening of this little compilation. And they found it absolutely hilarious. They were really, really taken with this, and they'd not seen some of these old TV clips for a while. And I guess it must have included the clip that starts this film off, which is the appearance in 1967 on the Smothers Brothers TV show, where the pyrotechnic goes off and all hell breaks loose. But yeah, there's some really great footage in this film. Let's just look at this packaging here. We open this up, and then there are discs, real discs behind here. But there's a portrait of the band. Or if I take this book out, we get to see Keith as well. And there's a nice 32-page book in here with track by track guide actually to all the songs that are in the film and the background to it as well. I've not watched this in quite a while. I'm going to have to put this on again, but show you a few of the pages in there. But yeah, it is really worth a watch. The songs are in full. It's not like one of these documentaries where they show you a little snippet of a song and then you don't get to hear the whole thing. So they are full performances, but it's interspersed with little interview clips and all sorts of things. And it basically tells it gives the band's history from the 60s right through until 1978, and it culminates with a live performance that was done at Shepperton Studios, specially filmed for this, and it ends with I think "Won't Get Fooled Again" is the finale, and that's that. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, I said this earlier in the video, didn't I? I think you should watch it if you've got even a passing interest in the Who. You should really watch this film. Have you seen it? Are you a fan of the Who? What do you think of The Kids Are All Right? Did I say that's what it was called? I can't remember whether I actually did say that, but that is what it is. The Who, The Kids Are All Right. I've got this double disc edition, which has got all sorts of extras on the second disc, but there we go. I definitely got that in my list of favourite music DVDs of all time. So give me your comments on that. If you've seen this film, what do you think? What are your memories of it? Is it a long time since you've watched it? It is for me. It's quite a few years since I've had it on. I may put it on later tonight. But there we are. So one of my DVD choices, The Kids Are All Right, The Who. Join me for another one of my DVD reminiscences very soon. Thanks for watching.